was that? I don't think that's allowed. What am I doing with my life? So the thing we're doing today is every section is, I'm only practicing between 10 and 15. Doesn't matter where the metronome ends. So that's actually the Galamian and the Urtex. Type below which one you like better. So the first one is actually my little concoction because here, I think I might have done this in one of the other videos, but the phrasing I feel for this, stop, and then that's why so that's how I see the grouping. So instead of And that is a very romantic approach. And I feel like for some reason to me, the slur takes the bluntity of the romanticness out versus the separate bows. Because of the slur, it has more of like a kind of like a figure eight. Like who watched Bob Ross? Bob Ross has this kind of like painting technique. It's like a figure eight, kind of like a whoosh whoosh whoosh. And every time I thought of that, I actually thought about this other painter who I don't remember their names, but he was like famous for dolphins. I remember walking into a store, I think it was like on a beachfront somewhere, and I just walked into a store and it was just dolphin paintings all over the place. Almost like a Thomas Kincaid feel, but it's kind of like how I imagine waves kind of move. It kind of like, it has a receding and it comes and it recedes and it comes and it recedes. So instead of this, what the waves look like, I feel like it's actually a figure eight pattern where this part is fatter. So and I can technically do that with the other bow. And because it's not as, because of the bow, the fact that the bow is detached, I think gives it a little bit too much life versus what I want, which is kind of like this undercurrent that pulls the wave back. So I don't know. That's just my thinking. Let me know what you think. You can do that as well. Take out the intensity. That's what is written in the manuscript, right? So the thing I tell my students all the time when you're looking at Bach is you can't ever look at a line of 16 notes in Bach and say it's one voice. I don't know, maybe it's the fact that his fugues and chaconne like has heavily weighted on my education. But for me, I can't ever look at Bach and be like, yo, that's one voice. That's one person. No, it can't be. Like even the... There's like all these different voices. You have the soprano, you have the bass, you have the tenor, you have the alto, you have like all of these components. They're just kind of like very quick on top of each other, which is why when I perform, I like to bring it out a little bit more. For instance, anytime you see a big leap, usually that's a big indicator that that's separate. Here we go. That versus... Do you hear how like the phrasing is different? Like if this was literature, one would have like a little lilt in his expression. Like, I like you very much. That's a very different experience than like, I like you very much. Do you understand? Like, it's just, does that make sense? Or is this like all in my brain? Does this make sense at all? I don't even know. You know what? I'm just gonna practice. But that's my reasoning behind the... Technically, I can do...
Okay, as I was editing this video, I realized it wasn't making a lot of sense. So here are those leaps I'm talking about. So this is how the Galamian and Urtext has it. So that's one of the first ways you guys saw. The second way, my concoction, is this. This one. Which is da, 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 da. So it has kind of like this dance feel. The reason why that lilt feel happens is because there's a tiny lift. I put a lift between the between the last note of what I think is the phrase and then the beginning of the next thing. So like that. So there was a 3-note slur option. That was the last one I talked about, but it doesn't have the same lilt feel. So, yep, that was what I was talking about.
But I like the feel of the double. One is between the main beats and the second note, and the second one is on the E, E and. So it goes da 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 da, which makes me feel like it's more of a dance, you know. People are watching this part going, girl, you just so extra. But these are the thought process that goes in my mind, and the things that I like to talk to my students about. And I hope my students all think about, even if it is extra, because it is easier to just play. That is an experience, and it is an experience that I think is probably how like the old school people played it. I just feel it a little bit different. Is always what I call a turnaround. It's like we're in the sequence and then Bach will offset it. It's almost like those people that have arrhythmia and then you like shock them and then you regulate their heartbeat, right? Like in the Bach Chaconne, he has this bridge section that actually has nothing to do with anything, that connects from one idea, one body of the Chaconne to the next body of the Chaconne. This is at the bottom of the first page for the Bach Chaconne, if you guys have the score. But he'll always do something like that. And for that, I like to emphasize. So instead of keeping instead of doing that, key change here. Instead of a leap up, he leaps down. Da 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 da. Instead of that, he goes da 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 da. So, these little fun nuggets of cute gems that I like to find, that's in music. And I feel like these are like the reasons why Bach is around, even now. I think there's a reason why music like this survives for 200 years, is because there's so many different ways to play it. And I really hope that people, when, adults are looking at things, even like the Bach Concerto, and I say even like the Bach Concerto because this is in Suzuki Book 7, and like all kids learn it. But then again, kids are playing Sibelius and Mendelssohn. Doesn't mean that that's where it taps out and it's like an elementary concerto. It's like, I feel like classical music is always something there to be rediscovered. You listen to Bach Violin Double 50-60 times and you're like, dude, that was in there? Oh my gosh, listen to that part of the fugue, or listen to that symphony. Like, there's something always new and discoverable in there. I don't know, it's just fantastic. Okay, enough with my rambling. I'm gonna try to play this with piano and record something for my Patreons. I'm gonna actually record 2 different versions and see which one they like. So if you guys want the full, like the comparison video, go check it out on my Patreon. Boop, right there. Link is probably, I forget where the eye goes. Maybe here? It's usually near the door. Yes, the eye will be over there. No, the eye's not going to be over there. The description box. The link to my Patreon page will be in the description box below. But as of right now, let's just build up. I want to keep going and working on this section. All right, we're going to try to play the whole thing through. at 90-95%. We'll see. Actually, it's my first time playing at this tempo, so we'll see what happens. And with that, we are done for the evening. I need to now edit this video so it goes up by tomorrow morning. If you guys want to see the 2 full versions, it's on my Patreon page. Once again, the link to that is down below. And you know, I went for a more easy peasy kind of feeling. Maybe next time I'll go for a more like robust romantic, or maybe I'll do like the whole neck off thing, no chin rest kind of feel. I'm gonna keep my shoulder rest though. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys saw the last concerto challenge video where we were talking about interpretation a lot, there's like a million different ways to play this. I haven't really quite decided which one I want to go with. Today was kind of like groove light. It was like just going with the groove but like floating on top of it, just like writing that groove kind of feel. But who knows, like maybe next week it'll be different. It might be like just grooving might just be because of my low energy, because you know I'm still recovering. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, turn notification. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace.